Hello crafty friends and welcome to my channel. I'm Adrienne Bosey of Alice Scraps Wonderland. Today I'm sharing how I created this spring-inspired mini album showcasing some of the newest Sizzix Catherine Pooler collection dies and stamps. The star of this album is the watering can tulips from the Sprinkled with Love die set that I've placed on the cover, but I used several other elements from this release. You can find all of the essential supplies used listed in the description box below. I'm splitting this tutorial up into two parts. In part one of this tutorial, I'm focusing on how to assemble a fabric-covered chipboard mini album base. In part 2, I'll be sharing how I decorated this album with papers and die cuts, so if you want to see that part, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you get notified as soon as I release the second part. Now let's get into the first part of this tutorial. I'm using a chipboard album base that I've had for a while now, which you can still find in some stores and on Etsy, but the general assembly will be the same no matter the shape of the album you select. You can also cut your own album base from chipboard. I'm using some embroidered lace, plain white cotton fabric, and some felt to add fabric to the front and back cover of the album base. Start by tracing one of the album base shapes onto the felt for both the front and back. I used a vanishing ink marker for this. Then using a pair of fabric scissors, cut the two shapes out so they are about 1/4 inch smaller on all sides. Next, place two of the base shapes onto your decorative top layer of fabric and cut around your shapes, leaving about 1/2 inch excess on all sides. Then use your decorative top layer of fabric to cut out the plain cotton fabric to the same size. Before we glue the layers of fabric onto the front and back covers, we need to create something to hide the edges of fabric. Trace the base shape twice onto a piece of white chipboard. Using a self-healing craft mat and craft knife, carefully cut the two shapes out. It's at this point that you will also want to trace and cut your patterned papers to cover your pages, or create a template to do this later. Now, let's start covering the front and back covers with our textiles. Use small amounts of hot glue to attach a piece of felt to the center of the front and back covers. Then tack the plain cotton fabric in place with a small amount of hot glue just at the top and bottom center of the felt. Flip the piece over and then cut slits in the cotton fabric at any corner and around curved elements of your chipboard base. This will allow you to hot glue the fabric tabs around the curves and create neat corners with your fabric. When you cut your slits, don't cut all the way up to the edge of the chipboard. I left a few millimeters of uncut fabric to ensure a seamless wrap around the edge of the chipboard. Then place your decorative top layer of fabric centered under your chipboard base. I don't use any hot glue to tack it down here as I don't want any bulky glue bits showing through. Instead, I go straight to cutting slits and then glue the tabs of fabric in place. To create the binding, I'm using Sizzix texture roll. This is a flexible yet super sturdy material that is perfect for creating a binding cover and waterfall mechanism. Now these measurements will be a little different for you if you are using a different album base, but let's go over the basics to help you get the right measurements for your needs. Pick an area that provides you with a nice straight edge for your binding and measure the height you'll need for your texture roll binding cover and waterfall mechanism. Now let's talk about width. You'll need to decide first how many pages you want and then how much clearance or space you want between each page. I definitely recommend having at least a 1/4 inch between each of your pages and between the covers and first and last pages. You'll also want twice the width of the page clearance you select for the center page to help your album lay flatter when open in the center. So for example, if you decide you want 3 internal pages and a 1/4 inch clearance, you'll want a 1/2 inch clearance between the second and third pages. Add up each of these clearances. In this example, that is 1 1/4 inch so far. We'll be adding more to this measurement. To ensure that your binding cover curves nicely and provides the flexibility for your pages to open fully, you want an extra 1/4 to 1/2 inch width. For our example, let's add a 1/4 inch excess to give us a 1 1/2 inch wide binding cover. You will also need additional width to create the tabs that get glued to the front and back covers. I recommend at least 1 inch, but 2 inches is even better. For this example, let's add 2 inches for a final total of 5 1/2 inches width. Then score it 2 inches in on each side. For the waterfall binding between each page and the covers, cut strips at the same height that you measured earlier. The width should be your chosen clearance width plus 1 inch. Then score a ½ inch in on each side. For my particular album, I used the measurements given in the example. My binding cover was cut to 5½ inches tall by 5½ inches wide. Then I scored it 2 inches in on each side. For the waterfall mechanism, I cut strips 5½ inches tall by 1¼ inch wide. I cut some extras just in case, plus one strip that was 1½ inches wide. I scored it a ½ inch in on each side of those strips. Before gluing the binding cover to the album, cover the outside center of the binding cover with the decorative fabric using hot glue. You want it to overlap the scoring lines and then pull around the other sides with about a ½ inch excess of fabric. Then, using liquid glue, adhere the waterfall binding to each of your pages, gluing your pages together with the mechanism. Using more liquid glue, adhere the first and final waterfall mechanism tabs to the binding cover, lining up the score line of each tab with the score line on the binding cover. Then glue your binding cover tabs to the inside of the front and back covers, ensuring you are lining up the score lines of the tabs with the straight edge of your album base. I used mostly liquid glue, but added a touch of hot glue to help hold the pieces in place while the liquid glue cured. Now, I definitely recommend letting your album sit overnight at this point, leaving it open to the center page. If you have anything that is too tight for your mini album, you'll see what is pulled apart in the morning and you can make adjustments. If you want to add a ribbon closure, you'll want to do that next. I measured from the bottom of the album to ensure that each piece of the ribbon was attached equally on each cover piece. I tacked down the end with a bit of hot glue, then used liquid glue in the center of the ribbon, then used a bit of hot glue to tack it down to the fabric. Before gluing the white chipboard covers to hide the fabric edges, make sure that your binding cover tabs are glued in place well. I added a little bit of hot glue to some of the corners. Then use hot glue to attach the chipboard covers. And then my particular album had a decorative layer for the cover, so I attached that with hot glue. And that's it for the chipboard album base assembly. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you get notified when I release part 2 of this tutorial, where I share how I decorated this mini album with papers, ephemera, die cuts, and more. Until next time, happy crafting!